do me a favor, guys. Please tell me why I can't have Deebo Samuel in Philadelphia. Why can't I have him? Why? Why can't I have him? Why is this general manager so hell-bent on not doing shit? Let's go! Woo, baby! Man, we're rolling towards the draft. We are rolling towards the draft. And by the way, the great sports right now that's going on. Oh, hey, I got to tell you, man, if you could try to make Tony Dungy into a cancer culture victim, today's society has no guardrails. Tony Dungy's a bad guy. I'll explain a little bit later on. Holy cow. These people and these snowflakes. And by the way, this just in. This is a public service announcement to all of you out there. Are you ready? If you're a snowflake, please do me a favor. Go to WIP or The Fanatic. This is not a place for you. And this is not a place for the faint of heart. Okay? We actually talk sports here and have a dialogue going back and forth. You know the greatest thing about the ping pong that we do here? You know what it is? Nobody's going to get their panties in a bind. We talk sports. We have dialogue. Hello, I know the country used to do that back in the day. Jeremiah says cancel culture is real. Hey, Jeremiah, thank you very much. And I'm promising you this. I know that better than anybody. Cancer culture is real. It totally is. Sileo's a bad guy. Have you ever met him? No, but it's what they say. You've never met him. No. There used to be an executive who's one of the biggest turds of all time. His name is Mark Chernoff, who used to run WFAN. This guy used to go around calling me a cancer. Did you ever meet him, Mark? No. Did you ever talk to him, Mark? No. But he just thought he would dub me that. Now Xander knows my ass with that guy. Yeah, and all those creepy dudes who were Chernoff guys make me throw up in my mouth. There, hey, I vented. All right, do me a favor, guys. Please tell me why I can't have Deebo Samuel in Philadelphia. Why can't I have him? Why? Why can't I have him? Why is this general manager so hell-bent on not doing shit this offseason? Why? What's the problem? Why can't I have that? Why can't I give up some of my draft choices to go get that guy who, right now, we were ahead of the game, by the way, at least a full day, that Deebo Samuel was going to potentially be on the open market because currently right now, the 49ers are $2 million over the cap. The kid wants a new deal. You got to sign Nick Bosa next year. You're not going to have the money to do all that. And you still got Garoppolo on your payroll. You know, that's the thing really holding this Deebo Samuel thing up. Okay? Garoppolo being injured hurts the Niners in their pursuit of trying to re-sign him. That may actually be the small little golden nugget here for some NFL team that lands this guy, if they do end up moving off of him, okay, is the fact that Garoppolo got hurt. Because they would have moved Garoppolo by now. Had that money off, been able to give Samuel a brand new contract, this thing really kills it, man. Really, the Jimmy G injury hurts the 49ers and John Lynch's ability to maneuver during free agency. They really haven't been able to do anything. And here is the Eagles. Look, don't be Danny Ainge. How many years did Danny Ainge get all those draft choices for the Boston Celtics? All those assets. and it's yet to deliver an NBA championship. You can have all the draft choices you want. If you're not landing on anybody here, I mean, what's the point of having them all? What's the point of not landing on guys who are impact players? Do me something here. And by the way, please hit the like button. Jason Cole, our NFL Hall of Fame insider. We love to talk with him. All the NFL news will be with us at the bottom of the hour. Please hit that like button. Guys, can you tell me this? Who is the number one premium pick? And you know what I'll even do? I'll even go to the second round. Give me a name of a guy over the last 5 years that's been a first or second round draft for the Eagles that you would consider a superstar. Who is he? Who is he? Who is this? The last premium pick. And I'll even, like I said, give you the second round. First and second round. Who? Jalen? Jalen? I wouldn't call him a superstar. What player in the last 5 years is a superstar? Smitty's a superstar? Sanders? Hurts. Goddard. Goddard was a second-round draft choice. Lane Johnson. Nobody. Zero. Sanders is not a star, guys. He's not a star. Okay? First and second round, someone you would call a superstar. Jeremiah, was Dallas Goedert a second-round draft choice? I don't remember. Dickerson? You know what I'm starting to see now? There seems to be a pattern. The best talent evaluator in the building is not Howie Roseman. The best talent evaluator in the building is your offensive line coach. It's your O-line coach. Dude, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is not a superstar. Devontae Smith is not a superstar yet. He's not. That's not a superstar season. Well, maybe in Philly it is. So my point again here is, in the last 4 years, the Philadelphia Eagles really don't have any stars on their roster that they have taken out of the draft outside of some really quality O-linemen. What are we doing here? What are we talking about here? Got to be better, man. This has got to be better. The 2022 draft has to be significantly better. Zero playmakers. Paul's right. Chris, I'll give that to you. Starters are what you're looking for when you're drafting in the first round. What up, Alexander? Thanks for coming aboard. That's right. You know, that's really a great point right there. Big Pick'n just said something. Who is the last significant guy drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles that's not a quarterback, that is a playmaker? Who's the last playmaking player that the Eagles have drafted in the last 20 years? Djax and Shady. Dude, the history of the drafting outside of the O-line and some significant defensive tackles for this organization has been less than desired here. Shady McCoy, Westbrook, okay? Westbrook, yes, sir. But Shady and Djax as offensive playmakers, probably. Miles Sanders is not a star, dude. M. Reyes, sorry, man. He's not a star. He's a dude. Alexander says it's downright shameful. Welcome to Philly, Sills. It's what you've been screaming about. Guys, the point is, the closer we get to the draft, tell me I'm wrong, the more issues I have with where the team is going and how they're building it. You don't want to go grab a guy like Deebo Samuel. Doesn't Deebo Samuel and all the Sileo dialogue, playmaker, star. If you got Deebo Samuel, he would be the biggest star you've had in Philadelphia since T.O. Zach Ertz, the king of nothing after the catch. I mean, the yak statistic is something that wasn't on his ledger when it came to playing. And I agree with Xander. First catch, though, in Arizona, he takes it to the house. Of course he does. Right? Dude, Chris, you could hand it off to Samuel. You could throw it to him in the slot. You could throw it to him out wide. He's going to block in the blocking game. I'm paying that guy $25 million a year. I don't give a shit. Jalen will have an opportunity to be a star. Devontae Smith will have a guy on the other end, which will open him up, giving him free running patterns across the middle. Don't you want that? That's exactly what you're hoping for, is to have another guy on the other side of Devontae Smith to turn Devontae Smith and Samuel. You know what? If Samuel only had 1,000 yards, Devontae Smith is going to get 1,000 too. You've elevated your offense because of that weapon. He can't have a bad year unless he gets hurt. Because the impact that you have for him is going to affect even the tight end, maybe even the running game. Your screen plays and your screen game will be immensely improved. Then you could cut Jalen Reagor. Get him off the team. Put somebody else out there that wants to play. Dude, I mean, wouldn't it be terrible if he lands in Dallas? What if Deebo Samuel lands with the Cowboys on the other side of CeeDee Lamb? What if he lands in Washington with Wentz? It could happen. What if he lands in what if he lands in New York with the Giants? Every single one of the teams that are in the NFC East are looking for playmakers right now. Quarterbacks, receivers. You know, I used to be a big proponent of this. I never believed in a million years that wide receivers, because it's such a position that you have to have the quarterback in the building for the wide receiver position to work. But I'm totally in belief now that you have to have one of those guys on your team if you're going to be a true contender. All the true contenders have big-time wideouts. 49ers in the NFC Championship game, Samuel. Right? Rams, Cooper Kupp. Mike Evans. Devontae Adams. Look at all the teams. Jamar Chase. Look at all the teams that have those big. The Titans even have two playmaking wide receivers. That kid A.J. Brown's a hell of a ball player. Big picking. Boy, Deebo was made for Kyle Shanahan because he likes to move him around. But I think he could be a playmaker for Nick Sirianni as well. Eastside Monster. Sills, we got Zach Pascal. Dude, you're not going anywhere with that. No disrespect to him and his NFL career, but you're not going anywhere with that group. And I said this to Barrett on the middle earlier. Guys, you're gonna be competitive. The Philadelphia Eagles will be competitive. They're just not going to be contenders. This is not a contending year in 2022. There is no way. No way. No way. Michael, you can fight all you want with Zach Ertz. Okay? You can fight the narrative that's out there on him all you want. All you want. Not getting into a debate that guy's not very good after the catch. That's been a number on him. What, you think Zach Ertz is Jason Kelsey or Kittle or any of those top guys? I don't. Absolutely not. He was in the land of very, very, very good. Not going to dismiss that. Zach Ertz was a heck of a player. So don't let me go there. I don't want to get into an argument where all of a sudden I'm dismissing the guy's career in Philly, because that's not the case. And by the way, to you, it's not true either. My point is your Waddle love is overrated. Really, when you had Jacoby Brissett and Tua last year with a defensive coach, he still had 104 catches, is overrated? I disagree. Jacoby Brissett got that guy 104 catches. Okay. You could call that overrated. I would call that unbelievable. And that's your problem. Was always a top 3, number 1 wide receiver. Dude, you really think that he's in Gronk and Kelsey's league? Really? Over Kittle? You would put him over Kittle? Or even the guy with the Raiders? You would put him up there? You think he's Gronk and Jason Kelsey? Or Travis Kelsey, excuse me. Okay. Well, you and I will never see eye to eye on that then. It's all good, man. Anthony says, Smitty, Quez, Rager, Pascal, and some dude named Allen. Maybe the worst in the league. You do. You have the worst wide receiving core in the league, and that's a damn shame that Devontae Smith's in that group. It was great. Then again, that group has never been great. The Eagles have never had a great wide receiving core. A couple of years maybe sprinkled in, but you've never really had a great group. Okay, let me throw this at you guys here. Let's start narrowing down some of the players. And let's just isolate on the 15th pick here. What college player makes the most sense for the Eagles with their first pick in the first round at number 15? What player? I'm going to throw 3 guys at you. What college player makes the most sense for the Eagles at number 15, the first pick in the first round? I know you have 2. See, GG Meta, I'd love to have Stingley. He'll be the 3rd player taken. Okay? He'll be the 3rd player taken. You're not going to have a shot unless you move up to get him. That ain't going to work. That's not going to work. I'm going to throw this at you here. And by the way, Chris, top 6, I would throw that out there. Zach Ertz was in the top 6. I would throw that in there. Top 6 tight ends. Okay? Xander says this about Stingley. I bet you $50 Stingley doesn't go in the top 5. I will bet you, I'll tell you what, I'll take that second bet, $25. He goes in the top 10. He's probably the best athlete in the draft. I guarantee you he goes. Okay, we'll see. Got it. Got it. I'll take. I would love to have the. I would love the Eagles to have Stingley. I think he's a hell of a ball player. Plus, he comes out of the LSU. How many players are? How many players can you remember that have been shit turds that Coach O recruited and had at LSU? You guys remember any turds at LSU in the NFL? Any turds? Since Coach O's been there. Not the quarterback, too. They got drafted, Jamarcus Russell. He wasn't there for that. Can you name me any turds that LSU has had? LSU doesn't produce turds. They produce ball players. Okay? I don't know. That's one of those programs. You got a pretty good shot at landing on somebody. Hey, nice job. Hey, Holy Squire, Ben Simmons, congratulations. That absolutely, hey, that's the comment of the day so far. That's the comment. Ben Simmons, right? I mean, seriously, man. How does Elton Brand draft that guy, right? Elton Brand drafts that guy, couldn't even get the team to the NCAA tournament. You still take him. Okay. Nice job, Elton. Yeah, nice job, man. Right. Yeah, you know, hey, it's LSU. Okay. They did have Pete Maravich and Shaq. And some pretty good ball players come out of that basketball program, too, for Dale Brown. I mean, right? What's it like the thing sucked? I'm going to throw three names at you. You tell me if any of these three names make sense here. What college player makes the most sense for the Eagles at number 15? Jordan Davis? Jamison Williams? Trent McDuffie? Cornerback Washington? Which one of these guys is the best fit and the biggest need? Which one of these guys would you want? Whew. Williams, McDuffie, Davis, D all above, but Davis at that position runs a 4.78, man. Smile says cornerback's the biggest need. The best corner in the draft is the kid from Cincinnati. The second best is the kid from Washington. But boy, you pass up on Jamison Williams, or say if Treylon Burks is there. See, here's why I'm taking Williams over Burks. Burks at Arkansas. Okay. Name me one Arkansas wide receiver that's ever played in the NFL. Let me think. Lance Allworth? Lance Allworth in the 60s. Think they're producing a lot of superstar players at that position? Okay. I get they play in the SEC. That's an advantage. Does he look kind of like what Deebo Samuel was at South Carolina? Yes. See, I like comparing athletes. Who does this guy, like, watch this. Let's do this with the Eagles. Who does Jalen Hurts remind you of as a quarterback? This will tell you a lot. Who does Jalen Hurts remind you of? Can I tell you who he reminds me of? Tyrod Taylor. Worst version of Kane? That's what Xander says. To me, he's kind of like Tyrod Taylor. He's a good ball player. Tyrod was a Pro Bowler too when he was in Buffalo. I don't think he's better. I don't think Jalen's better than Teddy Bridgewater. He doesn't have a better arm than Bridgewater. Not close. Is he a better overall athlete? Probably. But let's be fair in what we're looking at. Jalen's deficiencies are throwing the ball. How can you be an NFL quarterback if you can't have the tools it takes to move the chains, throwing the ball? How can you be an NFL quarterback? You could be a Southeastern Conference backup quarterback, which he was. Remember this. Jalen Hurts was a backup SEC quarterback. He was a starter in the Big 12. Okay? Big 12 is a lesser conference. You can't start in the SEC. You can't start in the NFC East. I can't be any more clearer than that. He was a backup quarterback in the Southeastern Conference. Jalen Hurts, Peyton Manning. Yeah. The only thing they have in common is they play the quarterback position. Upton says he's not 23. I don't care how old he is. I need a quarterback. Jalen's ceiling is Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod's a good player, man. I wouldn't dump on that. I wouldn't dump on that. Susan, he is a fabulous football player, Bryce Young. And listen, I call him a schwimp, and I'm not going to do that because the guy's a baller. What he did in that Georgia Southeastern Conference game, this guy has got he's got a set of cannolis on him. That was a brilliant performance. Brilliant. Led his team the way he led it, get knocked around, won the Southeastern Conference. Just think about this for a second. The national champions couldn't win their own conference. That's how tough it is to play in the Southeastern Conference. They didn't even win their conference. Yeah. Hey, man. I've always told you, winning the western side of the SEC is almost impossible with Bama and LSU and all them teams, Texas A&M. Winning the West, dude, if you can win the West in the SEC, you can win a national title. Let's see if Bryce grows. Let's see if he gets bigger. Let's see if he grows into his body. He hears it. He knows he's got to get bigger. I don't know what he could do about getting taller. But if he could get to about 215 and he's 6.5, Drew Brees is 6 feet. It's okay. Russell Wilson's 6 feet. And you can't hit the quarterbacks today. It's not the same NFL. Kyler Murray is nowhere near 6 feet tall. Okay? He is nowhere near 6 feet tall. But I thought Barrett said something interesting. Hate blocking for 6-foot quarterbacks. It's a nightmare blocking for those guys. I think he's a great football player. I think Bama's going to have a spectacular football team this year, too. They're going to be as good as it gets. Just spectacular. All right, I want to take a timeout. Jason Cole, we got so much to hit on with him, with all the NFL news. And I'll get to you which guy I'm going to pick. I want you to think about it. Jordan Davis, Jameson Williams, or Trent McDuffie. What is the one guy that best fits the Eagles with the 15th pick? I'll tell you when we come back out of the timeout. Hit the like button. Keep it here on the National Football.